Hello and welcome to Cloud Show Yoga on YouTube. My name is Erin and I will be your guide for practice today. If you enjoy this class, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and also that bell icon so you can be notified when I post my newest videos. Just a reminder that everything I share today is just an offering, and please take what feels good in your body and leave and modify what doesn't. For our practice today, you'll want your mat, of course, and perhaps a set of blocks, blanket, bolster, any of those props you typically like to use to support your practice. And with that, we'll dive right in. We'll start in a wide-legged child's pose. So big toes come to touch, knees wide apart, and we'll walk the fingertips out long, letting the forehead soften down onto the mat. Beginning to drop into the breath. Maybe starting to notice your breathing for the first time today. We'll move and breathe together today as an Earth Day celebration. Earth Day was just a few days ago, but I like to think of Earth Day as every day. We'll hopefully feel connected to the elements: earth, air, water, fire, and ether. And come off the mat from today's practice, maybe feeling a little bit more in communion, a little bit more oneness with those elements and with the earth. Staying in your wide-legged child's pose, just coming up to share a quote with you from The Journey Home by Radhananth Swami. You see this grass? It is happy to serve everyone, even by remaining in the most humble position under our feet. Whenever it's stepped on, it comes right back up to serve. We can learn from this humility. You see that tree? It tolerates the burning summer sun while giving us shade. It tolerates the bitter cold while giving wood to keep us warm. And it may stand for months without a drop of water while giving us juicy fruits to quench our thirst. All of this without complaint. We should learn tolerance from the tree. So there are so many lessons to be learned from nature. And we have the opportunity each and every day to look and listen and see and feel and let it teach us, let it move us, and to allow ourselves to feel that connection to the elements present both in the earth and within us. Can spider walk your fingers over to the right, maybe bringing the left palm on top of the right, finding a side body stretch. Breathing into the left side ribs. Connecting here to earth, to whatever's physically underneath you. Maybe it's a wood floor, maybe it's concrete. These are elements of the earth, even if it's not what we think of as earth itself, dirt, grass, growing things. One more inhale, soften into the side stretch. Inhale back through center and spider walk your fingers now over to the left. Maybe the right palm comes on top of the left. Maybe you're outside and you can probably hear it that I have the element of wind present around me right now. Don't have to search for it. But perhaps if you're indoors, it's more subtle. But if you feel and put your mind's eye on the surface of your skin, you might feel the air moving around you. Begin to feel the element of water, of those fluids moving through us, keeping us alive. Maybe you're fortunate to be near moving water for practice today and can hear it. One more inhale. Exhale, soften into the side stretch. Inhale, walk fingers back to center, and we'll keep them tented so arms are engaged. Just a few more breaths here in the center. Starting to connect with fire will build heat within the body today. And a connection to ether, that vastness of space around us, how we are hovering between the earth and the very infinite sky. Walk the fingertips back, and we'll come right away to a garland from Malasana squat. So stepping the feet flat, bringing the palms to heart center. Maybe it feel good to sit on a block here. This is early in our practice. We'll inhale the right fingertips out to the side, left high to the sky, and exhale, finding a bind. Again, it's early. If this doesn't serve your body, stay in a place that does. If you practice Ujjayi breath, I invite you to bring that into your practice. That wave-like quality of the breath. Last inhale. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, arms wide like wings. Exhale, palms back to heart center. Second side, inhale, left fingertips down, right high to the sky. And exhale, find the twist, maybe the bind. Noticing maybe since we jumped to a semi-intense posture right away, what sort of fire, what sort of heat it might be generating in your body. And if it's making you grip, what can you let go of, or what should you perhaps back out of? One more inhale. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, fly the arms wide. Exhale, palms return to heart center. One more inhale, lifting, harden palms. Exhale. We'll walk towards the left foot, letting the right knee drop. Going for a half virasana here, so setting the hips down. Again, it's early. If this doesn't feel good, you're more than welcome to straighten out the front leg. But if it feels all right, you might walk back onto your elbows. Any amount, stopping where it feels good. Maybe all the way flat on your back is what serves you today. Connecting to the water element that's always present in the hips, letting the hips square towards the earth. Staying open through the chest. Inhale, walking back up if you've reclined, and exhale, we'll pivot all the way to the second side. So the left knee comes down, sitting the hips between and hinging back any amount, half virasana. Maybe pushing into the right foot to help the hips adjust down and square. Energetically reaching the left knee forward and down. One more inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale, come back up to sit. And exhale, we'll just swivel on our bum to face the front of the mat. Scooch your bum towards the center of the mat and roll down onto the back. Take a quick little happy baby. pose that we usually wait to see until the end of class, but just using that to rock and roll side to side a little, stretching out one leg and the other. And then turning that wide rock into something more narrow, maybe wrapping the arms around the knees or behind the calves and finding a rock, maybe 5, 8, 10, 12 times, gaining some momentum, but also using it as a massage to wake up the back body. Maybe there's a spot that kind of feels good to pause and let something go and then continue the rock. We'll meet in a standing forward fold. So maybe you can get enough momentum to just pop up onto your feet, or maybe you'll use your hands to help you. But finding feet hips width distance apart and a ragdoll fold at the front of the mat. We'll put a bend in the knees, slowly roll up the spine. Stacking vertebrae on vertebrae. Shoulders as the head come up last. Palms roll to face the front. And we'll bring the palms to heart center, bringing to mind an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's to connect with a particular element. Maybe it's to just flow with gratitude for the earth. We'll take one breath together to seal in our intention. Inhale. And exhale. Sun A, inhale, reach the palms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinging at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, long spine, flat back. And exhale, come back your way. Maybe you're ready to jump, maybe you step and lower your way, maybe chaturanga, maybe all the way to the mat. Inhale, your version of a back bend, maybe baby cobra, maybe upward facing dog. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Using this first downward dog to scan through all the pieces, connecting the thumb and first finger firmly into the mat. Letting the armpits spin down and the shoulders stay wide, space around the neck. Hips reaching high, heels dropping low. One more inhale. And exhale. On empty, look forward and walk, hop, fly to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, pull palms to heart center. Again, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, lower your way. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Noticing already that just the second time returning to the same shape, how it starts to soften and evolve. Connecting to the earth, rooting so we can rise. Feet and fingers plant, hips float up and back. Neck hangs free. On empty, look forward, jump, hop, fly. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, look up, maybe slight back bend. Exhale, palms to heart center. One last A. Inhale, salute the sun. Exhale, forward folding. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, step jump down to chaturanga or the mat. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Ribs draw in towards the back body. On empty, look forward. Make your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, palms to heart center. Sun B, bend the knees, hinge at the hips. Arms sweep, chair pose. Exhale, plant palms, straighten legs, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, jump back, flow. On empty, left foot plants and pivots, right steps forward. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, ride the wave all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. On empty, right foot pivots and plants, left steps forward. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, long way, flow with the out breath. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Coming back to the breath if you lost it. On your next exhale, looking forward, bending the knees on empty, spring forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend and hinge at the hips, arms reach up, chair pose. Exhale, stand, Tadasana. Again, hinge and hips, bending knees, arms, sweep, chair pose. Exhale, hands plant, hips lift, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, flow. On empty, left foot pivots, right steps. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, flow. On empty, right foot, left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Flow. Right away, we repeat stepping forward. So left foot pivots flat, right steps. Inhale, warrior one. Elongate the exhale, flow. Right foot flattens, left steps, inhale. Long exhale, flow. Downward facing dog, holding here. Returning to the breath. On empty. Spring to the front of the mat. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend knees, hinge at hips, arms sweep, chair pose. And stay. Maybe taking the gaze down to make sure you can see your 10 toes peeking out in front of your knees. Checking in with the arms. Are the shoulders bunched? Maybe a wider V feels better. Inhale, palms meet. Pull the chest center. And exhale, we twist to the right. Left elbow coming to the inside or the outside of the right knee. Chair twist. Checking that the knees are still in one line. Using the press of the right palm into the left to help twist the spine. Maybe flying the arms. Embracing the element of fire we're beginning to feel inside. Inhale, arms sweep center, staying in the low seat. Exhale, palms meet, we twist to the left. Checking on the side if the knees are still in one line. Using the push of the arms to find the twist. Maybe flying the arms. Embracing the heat. One more inhale. Inhale, sweep up center one last time. Exhale, palms down, hips up, sweet release. Forward fold. Heel toe the feet to hip distance. We'll take our 2-piece fingers and wrap them around the big toes. Bend the knees as much as you need to inhale to a flat spine. And exhale, bending at the elbows, forward fold, coming in deep. The fire we create in a long chair hold allows for the deeper release in the fold. The waters of the synovial fluids and our blood carrying the oxygen for all our hardworking cells is kicking up a notch. Breathe deep to support it. Inhale, long spine, release the toes and step on the palms. Palms face the soles of the feet. Inhaling long spine again and exhale, find the fold in this different variation. Maybe wiggling the toes on the wrist crease for a little massage. Shoulders, instead of falling towards the mat, are pulling against gravity towards their pockets on your back. Hips reach towards the sky. Can you still have a softness, the weight of the upper body pulling towards the earth? Inhale, long spine. Exhale, release the palms and we'll flow. Long spine, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg inhales up, down dog split, keeping hips square. We'll just pause for a couple breaths here. Feel a nice stretch down the back of the left leg, letting the left heel drip into the earth, into the mat. One more inhale. Exhale, step that foot through, dropping left heel, coming up warrior one. And we'll hold this time. Adjusting the width of the feet as you need, standing more on railroad tracks rather than a tightrope. Letting that left hip work towards squaring to the front. Can the ribs soften towards the back body? One more inhale, perhaps a slight back bend. And exhale, blossom open to warrior two. Using the first few breaths to settle. Maybe taking the gaze down, making sure you can see the left big toe inside the knee. Bringing equal weight to the back foot, the blade edge of the foot. One more exhale to deepen. Keeping legs as they are, we'll tip the arms and the torso, coming into side angle. Maybe it's fingertips, maybe it's a block. Maybe the palm comes down. Maybe the left arm inhales over the ear. Wherever you land, using the connection of the arm and the knee to find more of a twist, more length. Right shoulder staying drawn back down into the socket. And last inhale. On the exhale, let the left arm windmill down straight in the front leg. Maybe adjust the front hand and we'll find ourselves in our triangle pose. You might want to heel toe the back foot in a little bit, shortening the stance. Finding length and adjusting to what feels good today. My neck is happier looking down right now. Maybe it feels good for the arm to go overhead. Or maybe it feels nice to take the half bind. Maybe you try something on and it doesn't work and go move back towards something that does. On empty, take a bend in the front leg. We're gonna launch ourselves, big leap of faith forward into the air, into half moon. Hopefully you're standing on a flat surface and not an edge in a tile like me. Either way, letting the weeble wobbles come. Finding stability, rooting into the big toe, the right big toe. Maybe keeping the bind, maybe flying the arm. Feeling we're connected to the element of air and ether, suspended here in space. Reaching head away from lifted leg, supported hand into the earth and lifted arm towards the sky, stretching in all directions. One last inhale. Now listen for the transition. We're gonna float slowly, gently, that leg towards the ground, towards the back of the mat. And right away, bring ourselves all the way up and over, coming down into Skandasana. Now maybe you can keep that left foot flat. Maybe you need to lift it. Maybe you sit on the block. Maybe you have the hands at heart center. Wherever you've landed, finding breadth and width through the chest. Maybe the bind feels good. You would bring the left arm through, right arm behind. Wherever you are, finding length. On the next inhale, with the help of the fingertips or not, we'll come push into the left leg, coming to stand in a wide leg prep for prasarita. So the toes will come in, or maybe even pigeon toe a little. Interlace the fingers behind the back, fist drips down, chest lifts. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Diving down, letting something go. We'll revisit this shape on the second side. So if you're craving an inversion, I promise it's coming. So in this side, I invite you to just stay in the stretch. Maybe gently twisting from one side to the other, taking notice of which thumb made its way on top. Pushing firmly into the roots of the feet so the hips can rise, letting the head and arms drip down. Softening the face. If you still have the arms behind, we'll bring them to the mat. Inhale for a long spine, half lift. And exhale, we'll rotate towards the back of the mat, coming to set up the legs for our pyramid pose. So we've got all 10 toes facing towards the front, the back right toes on the 45. Inhale, long spine, hips stay square, and exhale, folding in any amount. Aim to keep a straight back leg here, but the front leg needs to bend. That's perfectly fine. Finding what works for you. Maybe you want to lift the front toes. Inhale up, long spine, flat back. And exhale, place the palm either inside or outside the front foot and come into a revolved triangle. The element of wind is certainly strong. I can see my little note card for class floating across the pool. The elements win always, don't they? One last inhale for length. Exhale, twist. Inhale, release fingertips down, straighten your mat if the wind has taken it like mine, and we'll flow, meeting in downward facing dog. Second side. Inhale, left leg up and back, down dog split. Pausing for a breath here. Letting that right heel drip down. One last inhale. And exhale, left foot steps through, right heel plants. We rise, warrior one. And pause. Right hip squaring towards the front, ribs melting back towards the back body. Torso hovering evenly over the hips. Shoulders are wide and relaxed. One last inhale for length. Exhale, open, warrior two. First few breaths to settle. Easing down, making sure you can see that left big toe peeking inside the knee. Squaring ribs over hips. One last inhale. Exhale, deepen. Keeping the upper body as it is. The lower body. Tip the upper body. Coming into side angle. Noticing that maybe things feel different on this side. Not judging the difference. Just acknowledging. Using the points of contact with the earth to feel light and buoyant. Using the contact of the outer arm and the knee to find the twist. Maybe arm over the ear. One more inhale. On your exhale, swim the arm around and inhale, coming up into triangle pose, maybe adjusting that back foot in. Staying connected to the pinky side edge of the back foot. And maybe adjusting the gaze if where the neck isn't serving you. Maybe trying on the bind, seeing if you like that on this side. One more inhale. Exhale, deepen. On empty, take a bend in the front knee. Take a big leap of faith and a launch into the ether, into half moon. Stamping firmly into the standing left foot, reaching strongly through the back right foot and up through the right arm. Suspended between earth and sky. One more inhale. And we'll take that journey, a slow transition, long back leg, reaches. We come up, rainbow our way over, and find ourselves in Skandasana now to the front of the mat. A bent right leg. Maybe palms are at heart center, maybe supporting you on the ground. If you try the bind on the other side, inhale, fly your wings. Exhale, wrap. Keeping energy shooting out through the extended left leg. Stamping down through all four corners of the right foot. One more inhale. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, fingertips down, and exhale, push strongly into the front right leg, coming up for our prasarita again. Maybe heel toeing the feet in, maybe pigeon toeing a little bit. Acknowledging which thumb you had on top, switching the grip. Inhale, lift heart towards sky. Exhale, forward fold. And I promised you the inversion, so we'll take a couple breaths here to even it out, and then I'll offer a headstand here for those who wish to take it. If you're not going to invert, I'll offer that you do separate leg stretching, starting to one side, and then I'll cue you to move to the other. If you'd like to invert, we'll plant the palms, plant the head into the tripod position. No jumping into headstand. So if this isn't in your normal practice, I'm not really teaching the steps today. So please stay in the separate leg stretching. Otherwise, go ahead and lift up into your headstand. This one won't be a super long hold. We'll revisit inversions at the end of class. If you're doing the separate leg stretch, switch to the second side. If you're upside down, Maybe turning the attention to this new relationship to ether, to space, feeling gravity in reverse. If you're upside down, slowly, gently come down, feet land on the earth. If you've done the separate leg stretch, meet now with your torso back in the forward fold at the center. And we'll all walk towards the right foot, setting up for pyramid on the second side. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, folding in any amount. And maybe noticing differences from one side to the other, and not trying not to label them as, oh, this is my good side, or oh, this is my tight side, or naming things in a way that doesn't serve us. Soften into what is. Let the elements help you. As waters flowing within to help us find ease. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, set up for the twisted triangle, revolved triangle. Placing the hand where it serves you, maybe using the right palm on the sacrum to find squareness there. Inhaling length first, and exhale, finding the twist. Pushing firmly into the feet. And whichever surface the front palm is on, using that to find length and broadness, deepening the twist. One last inhale, fiery pose. Exhale, melt forward. Step back, low lunge, and flow. Pausing for a couple breaths in down dog. You stay there. I see my notes near the pool edge, and I'm gonna grab them before they sink and get all messed up in the filter. Because this isn't perfection, it's real life. And the element of wind is present and kicking. Breathing in the down dog. On your next exhale, bend the knees, and on empty, fly to the front. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, maybe back bend. Exhale, palms to heart center. Pausing for a breath to reconnect with that intention, to feel the elements surrounding you and within you. The humility of the grass beneath our feet, the tolerance of the tree. Let's channel our tree friends. I will face you for this balance sequence. I'm in a flat spot as I can. We'll come to stand on our left foot and bring the right up to tree, wherever feels good for you today. Maybe the foot is down by the ankle or even balancing toes on the ground. We'll inhale to grow our branches. And I invite you to explore a toppling tree today. So coming into the side bend, hips go to the left, body goes to the right. Thinking about the trees and their roots, how they can bend and not break. It's quite miraculous. And maybe you tip so far that you do fall, and that's okay, just rejoin. One more inhale in the bend, and exhale, pushing into the standing foot, climbing back up, tall tree. Exhale, Release. Second side. Bringing the left foot up to where it feels good. Palms at heart center. Making sure there's a good connection with the standing foot. Inhale, branches of your tree grow. And then exhale, invite the bend. So much wisdom in the trees. Resilience. And humility as well. They're a home to so many other creatures and things that grow on them, grow because of them. One more inhale. If you fall out like I just did, it's okay. Exhale to deepen. You need to explore those edges, right? Inhale, back up, tall tree. Exhale, release. Standing again on the left foot, we'll bring the peace fingers to the right big toe, or maybe you're just holding the knee. Inhale, long spine, stand tall. Exhale, kick that foot any amount. Crown reaching towards the sky, standing leg rooting down. Right shoulder plugging back. Inhale, open. Maybe the gaze comes to the left. Maybe you take chin mudra. First finger and thumb meet. Letting the right shoulder drip down into the socket. The right hip soften down towards the earth. Inhale, return the leg to the front. And exhale, either touching down or maybe not, sweeping that foot all the way through and catching it behind. We'll come into dancer. First, setting up square, knees kiss. Arm reaches high, left arm. Exhale, begin to kick the foot back, coming forward any amount. Invite you to think about first the kick more than the bend. When you can see your foot starting to come up behind your head, then you tip forward. Using the kick, reaching in opposition. One last inhale. Exhale, kicking into the foot, even more to come up. And again, maybe touching down, maybe not. We'll fly our right leg over and our right arm under, finding our eagle. Inhaling here, exhale, starting to settle, letting hips drop back, maybe wobbling on the way. Elbows reaching forward, hips dripping down and back. Making sure the weight is on all four corners of the foot. Maybe coming into sleeping eagle, letting the elbows come to the fronts of the knees, rounding the back. Feeling the fire in the standing foot. Embracing the heat. If you've taken sleeping, inhale back up. The eagle will all inhale, fly, and exhale. Grateful foot comes to the earth. Maybe take a little walk through those feet, shake through that left standing foot that just did so much work for us. Good news, we have a second side. Good news, we only have two sides. So standing in the right foot, firmly planted, we'll bring the left knee up. Maybe you're here. Maybe you take the peace fingers to the big toe. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, straighten the leg any amount. Coming back to the breath. The ocean-like wave quality. Calm. Right shoulder plugging back. Oh, that's my left shoulder. Left shoulder pulling back. Inhale, open. Maybe shifting the gaze, maybe taking the mudra. Even here with so many muscles firing and working so hard, can you find that support of the earth and that ease of floating through the air? Inhale, close the legs, center. And exhale, sweeping left leg through, grabbing the ankle from the inside or the outside. Inhale for length. And exhale, start to kick and come forward any amount, dancer pose. Noticing the differences, trying not to judge them. Reaching and kicking. Laser focus. One more inhale. Exhale, kick to come up. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, wrap. Last pose. Left arm under. Coming into that eagle. Feeling that fire in the foot. Elbows reach forward, hips drip down and back. Inhale, length, and exhale, sleeping eagle if you'd like to take it on this side. Compressing all the joints. So when we release them, they receive a fresh rush of oxygenated blood as the water is moving within us. If you've done the sleeping eagle, inhale back up. All of us, inhale that knee up. And exhale, 2 grateful feet on the earth. Walk it out, shake out that right foot. Whew, mine's on fire. I'm sure yours is too. Coming to stand at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, jump back. Flow or meet in downward facing dog. Deep cleansing inhale. And exhale, let something go. Inhale, right leg up and back, down dog split. And this time, feel free to open the hip, bend the knee. Move that leg around in any way that feels good and freeing to you. Staying connected with both palms on the earth. One more inhale. Exhale, bring that foot to land on the outside of the right hand. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, come down into your lizard. Maybe that means dropping the knee. Maybe that's staying on palms, maybe elbows on blocks, or maybe elbows come to the mat. Wherever you've landed, you can lower the gaze, the neck, but try not to droop in the shoulders. Keep width, breadth, and energy through that portion of the back. If you've bent the knee, maybe it feels good to engage the quad and lift the knee for a few breaths. Hugging that right knee in towards the upper right arm. We'll offer the quad stretch. So if you lifted that knee, drop it. Maybe you need to come up onto your palms. So you inhale the right arm back, bend the knee, the left knee, and catch the foot. If you have the connection, use it, pushing the foot into the hand to find a deeper stretch through the quad and through the chest. I find I feel a different sensation up here on my palm, meaning stretching a different part of my leg versus when I come down. So maybe you explore both. Landing with what feels good in your body. One more inhale. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, release the foot. Windmill the arm down, push into the palms, straightening the front leg, and heel toe it back towards center. So your arms frame your leg, half hanuman, flexing the front foot, squaring the hips, reaching the chest long, folding forward any amount. Staying in half Hanuman, which is a perfectly lovely place to be, or if you'd like to take Hanumanasana, sliding the right foot forward, left foot back, coming into that split. Breathing deep. Maybe palms can come to heart center. Maybe they can reach towards the sky. In my body, it always feels good to move through this posture and not make it static. It feels nice for me to come into more of a forward fold shape. Do what serves you. Maybe you have blocks under your legs for support. Yes, we're staying here maybe a little longer than your mind would like to. Try to relax into it. One more inhale. And exhale, come out the way you came in. Stepping into that low lunge and we'll flow. Inhale, cleanse away that side. Exhale, let something go. Left leg inhales this time, down dog split. Feel free to open the hip, bend at the knee. Move around in a way that feels opening to you. One more inhale. Exhale, bring that foot to the outside of the left palm, coming into lizard. And taking the time to set up with what you need. Maybe it's blocks under the forearms. Noticing that perhaps the side feels different than the first. It's easy in these deeper stretching postures for the mind to want to escape. Instead, try to hold the focus and bring the mind to the places that feel tight, and maybe connecting to an element that can help you soften. For me, the tightness in my hips, if I think about water and fluidity, it helps me to ease down. If you straightened through the back knee, maybe trying that on this side. If you try it on the quad stretch, we'll pick that on this side. Left arm comes up and back, right foot bends. Connecting hand and foot. Using that to deepen. You came down to the elbow, maybe trying that on this side, seeing what it shifts, how it feels. Connecting the left big toe into the mat. Pushing into that elbow if you've come down. One more inhale. Exhale, release the foot if you have it. Windmill the arm. Pushing into the palms. And heel toeing the left foot into center this time, bringing the hips back. Straightening the left leg, long spine, square hips. Folding forward any amount, half Hanumanasana. I almost find in my body the squareness of this stretch more challenging than full Hanuman. Maybe you experience something similar. Staying here, or if you'd like to wiggle the left foot forward and the right foot back, trying Hanuman on the second side. Again, they're likely different. Trying not to label. Maybe finding a flexing point through the front foot. Maybe palms to heart center. Maybe palms towards the sky. Maybe the forward fold. If the mind is trying to run away, bring it back. Bring it specifically to a spot that is gripping, that needs a release, and call in an element to help it soften. Send the breath there. Few more breaths. Last inhale, wherever you are. Wiggling out the best you can, planting the palms towards the front of the mat. We will flow and meet once again in downward facing dog, or if you'd rather come straight down onto your belly, that's where we are headed next. Otherwise, one last flow, hips high. Ripple forward like a wave, plank pose, and exhale slowly, resisting gravity, floating through the air, coming to land on the belly. Right away, we'll zip up our cobra tail, palms face the earth, lifting with the inhale, arms, legs, chest, shalabhasana. Reaching head away from toes, fingertips reaching towards the back. More about length than lift, long neck. A bird soaring through the air. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, release, turning left ear to the mat. Maybe the heels flop wide. I like to even take my fingers and push into my outer thighs to get my hips to wiggle, my low back to release. Inhale, forehead back down, second set, zip up your tail. I'll offer an interlaced grip behind the back for this round. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift, legs, head, arms. Shalabhasana variation. Maybe you took the arms and they're not serving you. Feel free to release them. Maybe you want to fly the arms overhead long. Wherever you are. One more inhale, belly into the earth, legs, heart, head away. Exhale, release, right ear to the mat. Soften. Maybe give yourself the wiggle, self-assist on this side. You can take one more shalabhasana, or I will cue us into a bow pose, so bending the knees, reaching the palms back either for the outside or the inside of the ankle, and using a kick first, kicking the feet into the hands. Inhale, lifting, thighs, perhaps chest, big toes kissing if possible. Maybe you kick so much there's nowhere else to go but to rock back onto the thighs. If so, maybe you flex the feet. Wherever you are, kicking and lifting, One last inhale. Exhale, release. Left cheek comes down. Maybe you give that same self-assist, maybe you're windshield wiping your legs side to side. Let's turn the cheek just to even things out. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, push into palms, coming up towards table. We'll cross the ankles, bring the bum down. Get the legs in front, scooch the bum towards the center, and we'll find ourselves hovering here for a brief moment in our boat pose. Now you can have the knees up, you can have the toes just hovering. Either way, we're looking for action in the core. For me, sometimes legs up here really gets into my hip flexors more than I'm seeking. I'll start here, we'll see where it goes. Let's take some toe taps. So right toes down and up, left down, up. Just a slow, gentle march a few times. Breathing. Good. I'm going to have my toes just hovering now, and we're going to inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more set. Inhale, center. Exhale, maybe you lift that right leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Maybe lifting the left leg. Inhale, center. One last time, hovering here. 3, 2, 1. Lower, nice and slow. Low boat. 3, 2, 1, and release. Let that go. Bend the knees, plant the feet. Right away, pushing into feet and arms, lifting hips, coming into bridge. Maybe interlacing fingers, rolling shoulders underneath. Stamping into the feet. Chest coming towards chin, chin going away from chest. One more inhale. Exhale, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Releasing the arms, back body meets the mat. Now we have 3 more, either all bridge and wheel mix, all wheel, maybe restorative bridge, put a block under your sacrum. Choose what works for you. I'm going to do wheel, and also feel free to hold through the duration if you'd like, but if you're coming along with me for wheel, plant the hands by the ears, plant the feet, whichever posture you're choosing. Inhale, lift up. And exhale to settle. We'll hold 5 breaths. Keeping length through the lower back. One more inhale. Bridge and wheel, either stay or come down. It's up to you. We'll just take one breath to reset, maybe a quick roll of the wrist. Exhale. Setting up, second set. Push into hands, push into feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, settle. Maybe changing it up, walking the feet in closer for this round. Breathing steady and deep. Exhale, coming down. One full breath to reset. Third and final set. Place hands, place feet. Inhale, come up. Maybe this round, trying to lift one leg and then the other. Lifted one, switch to the second side. Wherever you are, one last inhale. Exhale, release. If you're on the block in the restorative, remove the block gently, lower the back body down. Pausing here with feet planted just to let the spine recalibrate. Inhale now, bringing the knees in towards the chest for a hug. And we'll take an inversion practice. An inversion can be as simple as legs up the imaginary wall or legs up a real wall. Or maybe you want to do forearm stand, handstand at the wall, headstand at the wall. I'm going to take us through a headstand strengthening drill. So if you have a headstand practice, please feel free to follow along. But if you are newer to headstand, this exact practice probably won't serve you. And remember, please don't ever jump into headstand. We don't want to injure the neck. And make sure you've got a tumble safe zone if you were to roll out. If you're coming with me, we'll interlace fingers, making sure to set up well for this headstand practice. We'll do toe taps. So first, we're just gonna come up into our upside down shape and working if you can with legs together. If legs together is hard, maybe you're working with more of a V shape. We'll come up into our first headstand and just take a few breaths here to settle first upside down. And these toe taps, again, either through the pike or more of the V shape. We're trying to move slowly, smoothly, and with control, hinging at the hips, letting the feet come slowly past the L shape, reaching energy through the toes, sucking the belly up and in, making space for the toes to just tap the mat, and then do the reverse. The feet slowly and smoothly come all the way back up to the sky. Pausing at the top, letting the muscles that just helped us to lift, to release. And again, we'll go for 3. Here's number 2. Slowly, smoothly. Toes. Tap. Engage the belly. Lift all the way back to the sky. Pausing at the top. Third set. If you're doing an inversion that has the counter pose like plow and shoulder stand, I invite you to take fish now. Tap the toes and coming back up. Final one. Climbing toes towards the sky for a few more breaths. Feeling the fire in those muscles, building strength. And now one last time, we lower with control. Letting the toes meet the mat. Release the hands, coming into child's pose. If you've been away playing at a wall with an inversion, I invite you to join us now on the mat in child's pose. Releasing all that hard work. Hopefully that playful work. Finding ourselves in the position close to where we started, connecting the mind's eye directly to the earth. Wherever you are, we'll find one another again on our backs. Let's cross the right leg over figure 4 the left, and we'll reach through for the hip opener, figure 4 stretch. Softening into these final postures. Feeling the effects of the water, of the fire, of the movement of breath, the air, the connection to the earth. Maybe feeling more of a connection to the space around us, the vastness of the ether. One more inhale here. Exhale to deepen. And we'll come from this position into a spinal twist. So either keeping the shape of the legs and tipping them, crossing into eagle legs, whatever you'd like for your spinal twist today. I'm going to start here with the shape that was figure 4 that I toppled. And then I'm going to shift into eagle legs. If you're coming with me, I'm taking the shift to eagle now. And I enjoy the variety of those two shapes within the spinal twist. Wherever you are, soften down. Inhale the knees back up to center. Maybe you need to adjust the hips back to center, and we'll take the second side. So left leg crosses figure 4, reaching through, either holding the shin or behind under the knee in the crease. Or can you soften? Keeping a flex, keeping energy through the left foot. But maybe letting the right just relax, drip. Feeling the back body in contact with the earth. The watery hips, allowing them to soften. One more inhale. Exhale, deepen. Spinal twist, taking which variation you'd like. I'm tipping my figure 4 shape to start, stepping the left foot down, turning my gaze towards the left, reaching the left leg away towards the front of my mat. If you'd like to switch to the eagle wrap now, it's a good time. Readjust as needed and soften deep. Inhale length, exhale twist. Inhale legs back to center. We'll find the happy baby one more time. Noticing perhaps how different this one feels than the one we visited at the beginning of practice. If it feels good to straighten one leg and then the other, please do. Imprinting the lower spine into the mat. Gather the legs. We'll take one final hug, one final squeeze. Small little ball of energy. And exhale, expand, and release into Shavasana. If there's anything else you need to complete your practice, please take it now. Otherwise, soften, release. I will read for us one more time the prompt. From the journey home. You see this grass? It is happy to serve everyone, even by remaining in the most humble position under our feet. Whenever it's stepped on, it comes right back up to serve. We can learn from this humility. You see that tree? It tolerates the burning summer sun while giving us shade. It tolerates the bitter cold while giving wood to keep us warm. And it may stand for months without a drop of water while giving us juicy fruits to quench our thirst. All of this without complaint. We should learn tolerance from the tree. Softening into your Shavasana, trusting that I'm here to bring you out when it's time. Begin to deepen the breath. Gently coming back into the body on the mat. Gently wiggling fingers and toes. Turning the head maybe from side to side. Perhaps inhaling the arms up overhead for a long good morning stretch. And when you feel ready, curling onto one side or the other into the fetal position. And pausing there. Letting yourself be held by the earth. Maybe sending an energetic connection through that top hand, that palm that's pressing into the earth. Maybe a message of gratitude. When your message has been sent, you can push into that palm and come up to a comfortable seat. Maybe sitting on something, sit tall. Crown connecting to the ether. Body aware of the air moving around it. Heart connected to that inner fire, that flame. Every cell perhaps buzzing, alive with the fluidity of fluids moving through us. And earth, feeling ourselves connected, rooted, grounded and humble. Palms come to press at heart center. We'll chant one Om together to seal in our practice. Inhale to Om. Gently bowing chin towards chest. The teacher in me bows and sees and honors the teacher in each one of you. Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for practicing with me and the element of wind, especially today. If you enjoyed class, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. And please leave me any and all comments below on the types of classes you would like to see in the future. It's been my honor to guide you today. I hope you have a wonderful week. Namaste.